Hey there, bedheads. It's your host, Jasper. We've been on a small hiatus recently, but we're back and ready to go. Ready to tell stories, and just in time for the creepy season, Halloween. The month of October, we will be putting out episodes that are similar to the previous episodes that we have released, except there's going to be a creepy spin to them. So, if you guys have trouble with nightmares, I suggest maybe you don't listen to those ones. However, as always, our show is PG and family friendly. So, if you like to listen to creepy tales to get ready to experience the Halloween season coming up, please tune in. All housekeeping aside, let's get into our interview. The Slumber Chronicles is a sleep and relaxation promotion podcast designed to provide calming storytelling, ambient soundscapes, and thoughtful explorations of topics. While we strive for accuracy, the information shared is for entertainment and general information purposes only and should not be considered medical, psychological, or professional advice. If you experience chronic sleep issues, anxieties, or other health concerns, please consult a qualified healthcare professional. Listeners should avoid operating heavy machinery, driving, or engaging in any activity that would require full alertness while listening, as this podcast may induce drowsiness. By listening to the Slumber Chronicles, you acknowledge that the creators are not responsible for any unintended effects of relaxation or drowsiness. So get comfortable, breathe deeply, and enjoy your journey. Our guest this evening is Yelena Andriyanova, a dream interpreter with deep expertise in language of symbols, subconscious messages, and the spiritual essence of our nighttime visions. Yelena has 2 university degrees. Her main background is in history and archaeology. She's taught in schools and colleges for many years, and she loves dreams since childhood. So settle in, and as you rest your eyes, you'll be swept away by the Dream Master, where every symbol has a story to tell. Yelena, welcome to the Slumber Chronicles. It's so good to have you here.
Thank you very much for invitation. Okay, I will be glad to share my knowledge in a dream interpretation.
How did you first become interested in dreams and dream interpretation?
It's actually it's a long path, life path. It happened by naturally. I was a spiritual speaker. I was a spiritual seeker person. I was interested in many energy technique, meditation, and so on. And all the time I felt like there wasn't something enough. So I couldn't reach deeply inside of myself. And until I found lucid dreaming technique. And I entered in society of Russian speaker lucid dreamers. And through communication with same-minded people, I found the course of Svetlana Zibnitskaya. This is she's a psychologist and she lives in Kazakhstan, and she's a Russian speaker. And it was in 2020 when she first time entered into the public and demonstrated her system, and her system captivated me. I took a course, I learned, and then practice. And through the practice, I found that this is really working system. So I became a dream interpreter.
Well,
So I have 5 years experience.
that's really cool. Are there any ancient cultures or traditions that inspire your work with dreams?
Uh, I used to use a dream dictionary before as a normal, ordinary person. Okay, and I never got satisfied with that. As I know, Svetlana used a different tradition because she traveled through the South America. Sorry, she lives in Central Asia, so she visited many different places and she collected. those simple from many different society and places. And she tested. Before she entered to the public, she tested her system, as she said, about 10 years. So and I remember she told us the story that she was obsessed with dreams. She liked it very much, and as she was a child, she would like to bring something from the dream to reality. It was her childish dream, and actually she did it. She developed the system, working system, which is very deep, is very insight, and very helpful.
Hmm. Through that system, are there any universal dream symbols or dream meanings, or are they kind of entirely personal to the individual?
No, it's absolutely universal, and this is now is not the knowledge I got from Svetlana. It's my personal knowledge because I went deeply to study why they are universal. Because I don't know how she came up with that idea or how she tested exactly. I don't know her research process, but when how to say, when I went deeply and I went through the studying of brain physiology and brain working process, and I came up with idea that the dream is a cognitive, the primary cognitive process of any mammals. Uh, it means we have a specific visual object in our dream, and these visual objects it's caught as impression for us, and it is universal impression for many different people, despite of gender, despite of age, despite of nation, and so on, because it has its history. That's why I call these symbols as archetypes. It's a primary impression of a brain impact. For example, if I would take the dog, most of the dictionaries, dream dictionaries, used to view the dogs as a friend. So the dog is friend, is domesticated, it lives at home and friend with children, people, and so on. But in the my system, it is aggression or inner tension. Why? Because the dog was an animal when the humans were too young. So they were competitor for the humans, and they were enemies for the humans, and enemies for the food, enemies for the areas, territory, and so on. So the first impression, the dog is not a friend. The dog is enemy.
Hmm.
So it's absolutely opposite. Or we take the tooth or teeth, for example. Mostly in general dictionaries, the tooth or teeth were just like a symbol of the death. I remember the story when my dad was very sick, badly sick, and one of our relatives came and said, "Oh, I had a bad dream. My tooth just fell down, so your dad will die." And I was scared.
Yeah.
Fortunately, yeah, fortunately, my dad didn't die. And in our system, the tooth is not the symbol of death. It's a symbol of relieving some problems. So if you have a problem in your real life and you see a bad tooth, like with cavities or just crushing or falling down, so your problem will be solved naturally.
Oh.
So it's absolutely. And why? The ancient people again suffered of a toothache, and anthropologists up to now they found some skeletons with traces of jaw inflammations.
Hmm.
So it was very bad situation for them. And to lose the bad tooth that time, it's just to relieve their problems.
Yeah, it relieves the
So
pain.
release the pain. So I mean, it's a different approach to understand the symbol. Okay, not associative or psychological approach. It's just a basic primary impression for our brain, and it's fixed inside of our brain. So that's why those symbols which we use, they can be categorized into objects, actions, and into subjects as people, and they are universal. But we have some tuned. If you see some familiar people, for example, the people you know, they are not about the people. In this case, we may use associative approach
Hmm.
because the people as subjects, they just act as examples for the person, for the dreamer.
So is it
Mhm.
true that if you dream about someone, they might be thinking of you, or is it something that's kind of separate altogether?
Oh no, no, absolutely not. All the people you see in the dream are, how to say, it's a kind of you. It's
Like a
it's
self-interpretation?
like a self-interpretation, and all sometimes they're like examples of life choice or example of the dreamer behavior or it's example of a future, something like that, but absolutely not about the people you dream about. But you can see the other people in
Hmm.
the dream. And it's interesting, mostly you can see them as an object. For example, the woman used to see themselves like container with water, if it's young woman.
Hmm.
Uh, for the man, he can see himself as a gun or as a knife, as a military car, as military aircraft, something with armored. It also has a state history why the man used to see himself brutally.
Something that
So it's
society probably puts on the male and female figures also, right?
yes. And you can see other people like children, for example. It could be potted plant, it could be egg, it could be any nuts. For example, if a woman had a dream about a jar full of nuts, she probably see herself as the mother of many children.
Hmm.
So this is and I need to say interesting story. We discussed it recently with my colleagues. Okay, one woman was interested in the thought of her new partner.
Hmm.
And we have a specific technique, uh, pre-sleeping inquiry technique, which helps you to configure the dream to the special direction. And she was interested what the partner is thinking of her, and the dream showed her.
Hmm.
She saw one apartment room with exposure device in the middle, and some people. One of them was Russian President Putin. They went to balcony, and she was scared that this device could blow up and kill other people. So she went to balcony. She took Putin from balcony and brought him to the room. So, and I forgot one small detail. Okay, on balcony outside there was dark. So the dream was like the person really is interested in her and he's afraid to lose her.
Hmm.
So I will not go to detail. If you're interested, I will explain the details of the dream.
Yeah, so like, basically, it's like the dreams can kind of reveal things about ourselves that maybe we're not consciously aware of, or that we are, and we kind of just need more. uh, insight through our dreams. Is that?
Absolutely. Dream will answer any question you would like to know for your life, for the other people, for your health, for your business, whatever. Because what the dreams are in nature, the dreams are it's continuous cognitive process. I
Mhm,
told you in the beginning, this is a primary cognitive process. What does it mean? So when we, in our conscious daytime, we have a specific part of our brain which, how to say, responsible for controlling, for the space, for logic, for orientation. When we sleep, this part is just non-active.
mhm,
It's some people will say it's actually don't work, it's switch off. I don't know, I think it's just non-active, but the process of thinking is still continuous.
mhm,
So, and the dream answers for the questions you discuss before you fall asleep. Something you discuss, something for your last thought, it answers.
huh.
That's why any dream will answer on any question you would like to ask yourself.
Wow, that's really interesting. Can anyone learn to interpret dreams, or is it kind of a skill that you've had to develop over time?
Uh, yes, of course, everyone can learn. It's easy and not easy. Okay, and as I remember, Svetlana used to name her instruction book like it's not the dreamer dictionary, because to know the symbols is not enough. The problem not in the symbols, and I'm giving my symbols, I'm sharing the symbols in my on my Facebook page. It's okay, but the difficulties of combination of symbols.
Hmm.
And here you need to be very precise, and sometimes you really puzzle it how to answer right for the specific combination of these symbols.
Mhm. I
And,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
and uh, I mean, I'm only one now just who share the such unusual symbolic system in English.
Mhm.
Okay, because Svetlana works only with Russian speaker people
Wow, that's
up to
cool.
now.
So you have like you're the gatekeeper for the English speaking community now, huh?
Yeah,
That's
okay.
cool.
I just set a goal for myself. I would like to help many people as I can to understand what they watch during the nighttime, because it's a resource which is unused up to now. It's a very valuable resource.
Cool. So where can listeners learn more about your dream interpretation or connect with your work?
Up to now, I have only a Facebook page. Uh,
Okay.
and where I describe oval symbols, I give an interpretation, and I help people who really in needs. Because
Um,
the dreams in general, they're just random thoughts.
right.
That's why the dreams are random. So you shouldn't expect something very specific information to be getting from the dream, because you actually think of simple thoughts,
Mhm.
nothing special. That's why your dream gives you a good information, a right information, but not a great information.
Right.
In, mhm.
They're kind of just sporadic and they don't mean anything when you say it out loud, but the symbols inside of them are what is important.
And the same time, I would like to say you need to be careful to disclose your dream. And I can give you some example. For example, okay, I had and I still have one lady. She was obsessed with the idea that her husband cheated her. And she, for a period of time, wanted to find the fact in the dream that her husband cheated her. And I was shocked. We work on many dreams. And I was shocked when I saw her dream when she wanted to cheat her husband.
Mm.
And it was a shocked content. Of course, I told her, she denied. And after a while, she confessed. Yes, she had. I mean, such thought crossed her mind.
Oh,
So that's why you need to be very careful disclosing the dream.
right.
In some cases, it's a helpful tool, and in some cases, it can give you something which you would like to hide,
Mm-hmm.
and it could be in your dream.
Right. It's almost like there are skeletons in your closet that you may want to just
E-
keep there and be careful how to disclose them.
Yeah, it's absolutely. And me, um, even sometimes I feel a puzzled dream for myself. I try not to share it, okay, because I know the consequence.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. If there's someone that wants help interpreting a dream, what should they have ready to share then if they should be cautious?
Uh,
Or
I guess
is it more just like they should be ready for what comes to the surface mentally?
please one more time. I want to
Oh,
clear this question.
so like if someone wants help interpreting a dream, should they have anything specific ready, or is it should they just be mentally ready that if they do share, they may not like what
No,
they.
we have to be mentally ready for some information which is probably not suitable or not well acceptable, or for the person.
Okay.
Okay, it could be done, but in a case, for example, if you have a health problem and you need a surgery, okay, you shouldn't hide your dreams. You may ask, because all the dreams, especially if you think about this coming process, so the dreams should show you how the surgery is going to be, so what is the consequence of the surgery, and so on. So it's normal. It depends on the questions which you set before you sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Some questions should be, I mean, some dreams should be discussed as a necessary part.
All right.
For example, I was supposed to have a surgery, and that surgery I could postpone for a later time. And I had a doubt to do it now or do it later. And for 1 week, I asked the same questions and still did not get the answer until I decided that's all. I take a conscious decision. I will do the surgery. Oh, I will not do the surgery. And when I decided this way, um, I had a dream that told me, so don't be so stupid. Go and do the surgery now.
Yeah.
So it depends. It depends on the questions you discuss. If you, for example, is between two women, which one to choose, it's also necessary question, because I mean, your dream can help you to advise which relationship will be long term, which one is a short term, and
Oh,
so
I see.
on.
Wow. Can you offer the audience a calming affirmation or thought to take with them into sleep tonight as they sleep?
It's a hard questions for me, because there are three category of three groups of people: the people who don't see dreams, and that's okay. The people who have dreams, but they don't remember them, and people who have their dreams and they remember them. Uh, if you uh, would like to remember something from your dream, first one, you have to accept the situation you are. If you don't remember, this is normal. Okay, and you shouldn't blame yourself. Uh, then you have to start training, because to remember the dream is like a skills. So you need to have a journal, and you need to make a notes, and you need to program yourself. First one, you before you go to sleep, you say, this time I will remember something. And what you remember, it could be very short episode. It could be just one object, probably. You have to write down. And slowly, you just need to focus to your brain, your goal, and your intention. And slowly, the brain will help you to memorize the dreams. It takes time. It's not easy, but you shouldn't be disappointed if it takes probably more than 1 week. And sometimes you forgot again. This is normal process. We are humans, and there is a technical side of that. Why? Because the dreams are kind of a chemical process. It depends on a specific amino acid that body produces. And probably sometimes the people are lack of that uh, amino chemical substance. That's why we don't remember.
I
Uh,
probably fall into that category. I don't remember my dreams very often.
I probably fell in the last two categories, because sometimes I have a long cycle. I don't remember my dreams, and sometimes I remember. But usually, usually from my young time, I had um, a good ability to see and remember dreams. In general, you have to train. You have just notes in front of you, and after you wake up, just shortly by keywords to make that notes. For me, as an interpreter and as a hobby, I keep a journal of my dreams. And some time to time, I just revise them to see what a process, cognitive process I had inside of me, and what the life advices I got from these dreams. So it's just a skill which should be trained, and it's the training process should start from the notes. There is no any other ways. Or there is a medical ways, but I will not advise it.
Yeah. Well, Yelena, thank you so much for sharing your deep wisdom and helping us explore the language of our dreams. This conversation was truly eye-opening, or perhaps eye-closing in the best way.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for invitation. Okay, I wish you luck in your work and in your days. And I wish you luck in your skilling process to rememorize your dreams, and for many other people also.
Thank you, Yelena, again for being on the show. Um, I will have her information on the website slumber-chronicles.transistor.fm. You can also view her on Facebook at Dreammaster-Dream Interpretation. This episode will also be transcribed wherever you get your podcasts. Look out for October's spooky stories. Don't forget to rate and follow the podcast for more stories and interviews to come. And as you rest your eyes, you'll be swept away to the Slumber Chronicles.